Good morning to all the distinguished panelists, scientists and participants. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this Samuhik Charcha on the important theme, role of artificial intelligence in agriculture development and capacity building. As you all are aware that DARE and ICAR is celebrating SADHANA Saptah from April 2nd to April 8, 2026. This week-long celebration is aimed at promoting reflection, knowledge sharing and collaborative learning on important themes related to institutional development and innovations. As part of this celebration, today we are organizing this Samuhik Charcha with the objective to bring together experts from different divisions to share their perspective on how artificial intelligence can contribute to strengthening agriculture system and building the capacities of scientists, professionals, students, farmers and particularly farm women. Agriculture today is facing multiple challenges such as climate variability, resource constraints and need for increased productivity and sustainability. In this context, artificial intelligence has emerged a transformative technology that can support better decision making, improve research efficiency, enhance extension services and strengthen capacity building among agricultural stakeholders. Today's panel discussion brings together experts from our different divisions. Their insights will help us understand how AI can effectively integrate across various agricultural systems. We are also fortunate to have large number of scientists participating in this session whose contribution will enrich the discussion. Before I set the tune for the purpose of this today's session, I would like to inform you about the major role of AI in today's agriculture development. For example, in crop production, AI is playing role with respect to precision farming, pest and disease detection, yield predictions, autonomous robotic weeding and harvesting. As far as horticulture is concerned, in quality grading and sorting, greenhouse management, maturity identifications, animal husbandry is a very important sector of agriculture, health and behavior monitoring, then automated feeding and milking, reproductive management, welfare monitoring. In fisheries sector, again it is very important subsector, fish stock monitoring, automated feeding system, illegal fishing deterrence. In forestry also, forest fire prediction and detections, deforestation monitoring, tree species classification. The AI is playing a very good role in these all aspects. The very important role is played by AI in value chain and supply chain management. For example, demand forecasting, traceability, price predictions, etc. With respect to logistics, route optimization, warehouse management, the AI is nowadays playing a very much good role. As far as capacity building is concerned, AI-enabled advisory services like chatbots and mobile apps, then digital skill training, the AI is being used by many stakeholders. So now I would like to emphasize a little bit about the purpose of this session today. The purpose of organizing this panel discussion is to explore potential of AI in advancing agriculture development, understand how AI can support capacity building of scientists, professionals, farmers and other stakeholders, to discuss about strategies for integrating AI into education, research, extension and agribusiness management, and we hope that today's discussion will generate valuable ideas and practical insights that can guide the future initiatives. I would like to also inform that our country made significant progress during last 75 years or so with respect to agriculture and allied sectors, production and productivity. For example, I would like to say that today we are producing 358 million tons of food grain. We are second all over the world. Pulses 25 plus, oilseed 41.6 million tons, Total horticulture production today we are producing 370 million tons. We are second in the fruit and vegetable production. Spices we are first producing 13 million tons, especially seed spices 2.2 million tons. Milk production again we are first, producing 248 million tons. In egg production we are producing 150 billion numbers and at second position all over the world. Meat production we are fourth and broiler production we are fifth. It is all through the hard work of scientists, technologists, R&D institutions, line departments and farmers by inclusion of all available technologies including digital agriculture and AI. Now I would like to introduce the today's moderator. To guide this important discussion we have with us our moderator Dr. B. Ganesh Kumar, the head Human Resource Management Division, NAARM, Hyderabad, who will facilitate the interaction among our panelists and the audience. Now I request Dr. Ganesh to kindly take over the proceedings and conduct the panel discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome all the distinguished panelists and the scientists present here for today's Samuhik Charcha on role of artificial intelligence in agricultural development and capacity building. As you all know, the agriculture sector is experiencing a significant transformation driven by the rapid advancements in digital technologies. Among these innovations, AI is very, very important. It has emerged as a promising tool with the potential to enhance efficiency, support evidence-based decision making, and address complex challenges in agriculture. AI applications are increasingly being used to improve crop management, strengthen agricultural research, and optimize resource use, besides facilitating knowledge dissemination. Moreover, AI has the potential to play a critical role in capacity building by equipping the agricultural professionals, scientists, farmers, students, and farm women, particularly with advanced tools and insights for sustainable agricultural development. Before we begin, I would like to briefly introduce my esteemed panelists. We have with us Dr. V. Ramasubramanian, Head of Research System Management, who will highlight the role of AI in research planning, data analysis and innovation. We have with us Dr. R. Venkat Kumar, the Head Extension Systems Management, who will discuss how AI can enhance advisory services and farm outreach. We have with us Dr. A. Dandapani, the Head of Information and Communication Management, who will explain how AI-driven information systems can support agricultural knowledge sharing. And we have also with us Dr. Tava Srinivas, the Head of Agribusiness Management Division, who will discuss the role of AI in agribusiness, markets and supply chains. And we also have Dr. V. Sumant Kumar, Head of Education Systems Management, who will share insights on how to integrate AI in agricultural education and training systems. Along with them, I am heading the Human Resource Management Division, who will be focusing on the use of AI in supporting the capacity building and the professional development aspects. To set the context, I would like to pose some key questions before we move forward in discussing the issues. The questions will revolve around on the 5 major aspects. That is, the questions in front of us are: number 1, how can AI transform agricultural research and innovation? Number 2, what role can AI play in capacity building of scientists and extension workers? Number 3, how can AI-based tools support farmers' decision making? Number 4, what challenges exist in adopting AI in agriculture? And number 5, how can institutions strengthen human resources and digital infrastructure for AI adoption? These are the overarching questions I pose in front of the esteemed panelists. Now we intend to go one after another to all the heads of the divisions. Maybe I begin with the Head of Research System Management, Dr. V. Ramasubramanian. I'll just put a broad question to you, that how can AI support agricultural research, innovation and data management in general? Your opinion.
Thank you, Dr. Ganesh, and it is my proud privilege to be part of this discussion, and thanks to the convener, Dr. Gopala, as well. for involving me in this discussion. And firstly, of course, whatever the broad topics was outlined by our convener, and as rightly told by Dr. Ganesh, that AI is for improving efficiency, right? But as a research scientist, say if I'm writing a paper or a document, so when we are putting all our heart and soul in that, and we, without the help of AI, we have come out with a document. So the other person should not tell that, okay, you should have an AI generator, right? So in such an efficiency of AI is there, so accordingly how to maintain our, as a scientist, individual identity. Our creativity should reflect on whatever documents, rather than it should not appear that it has been more of AI generated or we have used more of AI. Of course, we have to use AI to know that science become more of accountable and all, but that question always remains, right? How to differentiate that thing, how to maintain our identity, individual identity. And when it comes to research systems management, firstly, what comes to my mind is this AI can be used for automatic detection of similarity of duplication of research content. So nowadays, everything is electronic, most of the things, right? Starting from research papers, even the project proposals we are asked to feed in the online only, right? So accordingly we can have detect whether they are similar or duplication is there or not. Even the published papers, the abstracts itself can be compared by AI. One of the technique of AI is BERT, right? Bidirectional encoder representation from transformers, the same GPT transformer, that thing. So bidirectionally it can read right to left, left to right also. Accordingly it can detect how much of similarity. Maybe that the same content, that only the title has been changed and published in two different journals. Easily it can be detected, right? AI can very well tell whether duplication is there or not. So in the same way that AI can be or has been used, it is being used in quality grading of fresh fruits, vegetables, and other things, even spices, nuts and all, size, shape and all those things. And one private concern, Interlo Labs, is already doing that, right? And it is being supported by our IAID as well, Interlo Labs, right? Now, it was a startup, now it has become an established one. So apart from that, as our convener told, broadly, the broad outline, the same way that AI can be used for enhanced resource utilization, optimization, right? So like cost saving to automation, then precision farming for higher efficiency, fertilizer application, what is required that much only can be, will to overuse need not be put, and pay for pest control, and it cannot be used, can also be used for improved crop health monitoring, like detecting deficiencies both in the soil, micro, and also in the crops. What types of nutrients are deficient, accordingly we can adjust. And biofortification also we can do by integrating with AI, and we can also use it for the usual prediction models, right? Pest detection or yield prediction models and all that with improved accuracy, and real-time monitoring can also be made, and it enhances decision support, and it improves long-term benefit sustainability and all. And integrated with IoT, Internet of Things, it can enhance transparency, traceability, like something like organic food. So where from it has come. So the ethical sourcing can be labeled, and accordingly halal standard, if somebody wants to have halal meat, accordingly where from it has been. So the traceability is possible. The whole supply chain can be integrated with AI. So accordingly that can be done. Then we can also see, okay, if IoT tells that this is the situation, so soil contains low nitrogen, accordingly export system via AI can tell that, okay, next season go for legume crops. Like that export advice also it can give, so that it can fix nitrogen, at the same time we can get protein output as well. And while storage also we can use AI, because accordingly it will be monitoring what are the new nutrients available, and over time whether that stored products, whether the nutrients have come down or not. Or we can also talk about different toxin, aflatoxin, water content, how much it is there in that cold storage as well. And IoT can be used as eyes and ears for the system, and AI can be used as a brain for monitoring those things. And when it comes to research systems management, one of the topics is technology foresight. That is future-oriented technology analysis. So we usually use scientometrics. Of course, electronically things are available. Say in the last 5 years, whatever publications are there, we'll scan through that, and those from there we'll take the keywords or buzzwords, and those act as an embryos of what are the future research which are going to come in the mainstream. But we can use this AI like text mining and all. That can be used. Topic modeling can be used. What are the hidden topics and themes which are in these texts? And semantic analysis can be done, like not only the content, what is the intent? Like something like if the keyword is frequency, as a statistician or mathematician, they will tell that okay, frequency means count. You have frequency counting the data. As a physicist, it may tell that it is more related to wavelength, amplitude and all. So not only the word, the intent of whatever language they are spelling out in the document, that also can be detected. So accordingly, things move on by making use of. So further discussion about use of AI in these research systems, I will be elaborating further. Thank you.
Thank you for your initial remarks on how AI can be used in the research planning, even the on the ground level crop monitoring, and what will be the future research scenario, predictive analysis. Very well said. Thank you so much for your remarks. Then now I move on to the next dimension of our National Agricultural Research Education Extension System. I would say education. May now request Dr. Sumant, the Head of Education Systems Management, by posing a question like how can AI be integrated into agricultural education and particularly to our training programs to the stakeholders.
Thank you, Dr. Ganesh. Thanks to convener Dr. Gopal for the opportunity given. If you can see agricultural education in India, we are facing two major challenges basically. The first one is the sharing of the good faculty across agricultural universities, and the second one is periodical updates on the curriculum is not much happening. These are the two major challenges where AI can play a transformational role in addressing these, mitigating these two major challenges. If you can see the first challenge, the sharing of the good agriculture faculty across universities. If you take any institute or university, there are few faculty which are very impactful on the student community and the stakeholder community because of their good technical skills and teaching skills. So such kind of teachers' classes can be recorded using a feature called AI-powered virtual faculty. You can record them entirely while they are taking the classes in a semester or trimester, and we can convert them using AI tools into interactive modules, into multilingual content, and into personalized learning paths. So effectively, one teacher can effectively teach thousands of students nationwide. So that's how AI-powered virtual faculty can be helpful in sharing of the good teacher across universities. Another feature is intelligent tutoring systems like AI bots we can develop, which can assist the students in for 24/7 doubt clarification and implementing adaptive learning based on the student level, and by preparing the customized learning paths based on the student's background and student understanding or IQ levels. And step-by-step explanation in the local languages also can happen using these AI bots. And also, if students wanted to have a simulation kind of thing where crop growth can happen, soil conditions, soil sampling, so such kind of best practices, if student has to experience, we can have AR/VR kind of virtual reality and augmented reality features can be integrated with AI powered virtual faculty, so that student can get fair understanding about the process. And the second major challenge, periodical updation of the curriculum is not much happening. Basically, it should happen periodically based on two things. One is the latest research results in that subject, and the second one is the change of industry needs in that particular area. So if there is a change in the research results and industry needs, that subject need to be updated periodically. So there are AI monitors we can develop, which can monitor the latest research publications in that subject. So if there is a change in global best practices in the subject or policy changes, AI monitors can monitor the publication websites and other sites, and they can crawl the information and can get connected to the faculty. So by saying that this kind of modifications need to be done, otherwise we can automate so that the videos can be upgraded with insertion of certain modules. And the second one is AI tools. Basically, they can crawl the job seeking websites, how the job descriptions are changing, what are the skills needed for a particular job, such kind of things. They can call the websites of the job givers. So if there is any change in the need of skill need to be done, such kind of information also need to be given to the faculty so that he or she can update the course, update the syllabus with the requirement of the faculty. This kind of automation can happen so that which saves a lot of time of the teacher when he or she wanted to update the curriculum. So, and the third one is the major one, various AI tools are available for generating the content which are helpful for the teachers. Like we are using so many tools we are using in our college lab or the academy. So the first one comes the Notebook LM tool, where in Notebook LM by Google we can upload various different kinds of inputs like you can upload a PDF file, you can upload a video, you can give a YouTube URL, you can give a website link and allow it 1 or 2 minutes so that you can read entire video, entire PDF, entire website links so that it will have comprehensive understanding where you can ask questions. You can generate flashcards, you can generate PPT, you can develop a podcast kind of thing, and student also can interact with a teacher kind of experience he can gain. Such kind of tool that we have already implemented. And there are Government of India initiatives like Anuvadini, Bhashini are there. We are using Bhashini in our college lab, which enables AI-based language translation for Indian languages. So we are using another tool called Newton Alta, which provides adaptive learning and personalized learning course pathways, which we have implemented. So there is a tool called Kahoot, which conducts interactive and game-based learning quizzes basically. And there is a tool called GradeScope by Turnitin, which provide AI-assisted evaluation. We are using very extensively a tool called Kilgo, which provide AI-based proctoring. It captures both the screen and the person who is attending the examination. So it captures the screen. If he is opening some other documents, it will see. It will put a red flag. If the person is moving in front of the computer, if he is seeing other directions also, it will create a red flag based on which teacher can examine physically. So there is a tool called Padlet, which enables collaborative discussion and idea sharing. There is a tool called Weed.io, generates subtitles and translates the video or audio content. Google Classroom is there which manages assignments, communication, classroom activities. We are using Moodle with AI integration. Extension we are using for implementation of e-learning platform at the academy. There is a tool called Merge.edu, which provides the hands-on AR/VR learning experiences. So at the outset, I can say, Dr. Ganesh, there are so many tools, there are so many AI-based features which need to be implemented, which can help in improving the agricultural education systems in India by mitigating these two challenges like sharing of the good faculty and periodical updation of the curriculum. A lot of automation can happen, which saves the time of the faculty and the students in this particular.
Very well said, Dr. Usman. We all know we are constrained with the time, resources, even very particularly the availability of good teachers. The students are spread across country, whereas the good teachers are at one particular few locations. So using AI, what I understand, we can enhance this learning experiences to a wider audience. And I'm also happy that curriculum design also can be used. A lot of time can be saved. And you also said the evaluation can be done. I think probably you will throw some more light in the second round of discussion. Very well said. Thank you, Dr. Usman. Moving to the next dimension, that is extension. The third biggest dimension of our NAARM system is extension, where whatever technology we generate from our institutions, ultimately it reaches the farmers, the stakeholders. So I would like to invite Dr. Venkat Kumar, the head of extension systems management, to give his opinion on a very pointed question like how can AI improve extension services and farmer advisory mechanisms, and is there any relevance of AI in various extension system models available, and how to harness AI in our farmer advisory services. Over to Dr.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Ganesh, and your question is very pertinent. First of all, I would like to thank our convener, Dr. Gopalalji, for giving us this opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to discuss about the applications of AI in agriculture. As far as applications of AI in extension system, especially for serving the farmers are concerned, we have to take certain points about the Indian agriculture scenario. Our Indian agriculture scenario, it enjoys a diversity. We are having 15 agroclimatic zones, 60 agroclimatic sub-regions, and we are having 11 to 14 crore farmers. Out of these 11 to 14 crore farmers, we are having 85% of small and marginal farmers, and we are having 15% of semi-medium, medium and large farmers. And this small and marginal farmers, 85%, they are possessing an area of 50% of cultivable area, and the remaining 50% of the semi-medium, medium and large farmers, they are approximately possessing around 50% of the area in the country. And the farmers actually, they are speaking 121 languages, and they are having 1950 dialects all over the country. So this diversity brings a lot of opportunity as well as challenges for the AI applications in the country. I told two different kind of farmers. One is small and marginal farmers who are participating 85% of the total population in our country, and they are having different problems. They don't know about the improved technologies. They are not having awareness about the government schemes, especially welfare and the development schemes, and they are operating small scale produce actually. There is need for aggregation, and even if it is aggregated also, there is a need for price in the market. So we are having AI applications in our country which are operated by ICAR system, government system and different private systems. For example, if we take ICAR system, we are having Kisan Sarathi, which is aiming to give the personalized service to the farmers in different languages. Recently, our government of India started one important scheme called Bharat Vista, which is also trying to give lot of personalized information in different languages, and they started in English and Hindi recently. And we are having different models like TNAU model, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University model, MVLMI, which is giving personalized services for the rice cultivators, especially for the blast management in rice paddy. Like that, we have ICAR model, which is ISAT. They are also trying to give personalized agro-advisory services for the small and marginal farmers. But these are all for the 85% of the small and marginal farmers. We are having 15% of the other group of farmers which are possessing around again 50% of the area in our country, and their problems are different. They are producing surplus amount of food grains or food products, and we ought to train the farmers, this type of farmers, in value addition, processing and export. And when we talk about export, we are having two different kind of barriers. One is we all know tariff barriers and non-tariff barriers. When we talk about medium and large farmers, tariff barrier is not a problem. But when we talk about the non-tariff barriers, we need to train them. The non-tariff barriers, it demands the large farmers in terms of natural farming, organic farming, smart farming technologies, then climate smart technologies. Then they need to go for net zero energy efficient technologies, and again they have to go for engaging the farmers in case of social equity and gender mainstreaming. All these things are coming in terms of non-tariff barriers, and we need to train them. So AI is playing a very important role in this type of areas in terms of AI and ML based smart irrigation system, then varied rate of technology for input use efficiency, and we are having technologies like drone which can monitor and protect the plant in terms of pest and disease incidents. We are having IoT, we are having blockchain technology, and we are having this traceability as told by our convener. International audience, they want where the produce is produced and what kind of practices are adopted by the farmers. So this type of things we need to go for traceability, and we are having very important brands as well as startups. We are giving solutions like for precision farming and crop care, we are having Cropin, Corteva, Agnes Technologies, Paranis, Vineview, Fasal, and we are having robotics and automation technologies like John Deere and Swiggreen. So these are the various services which are given for two different kinds of farmers. And yes, definitely AI applications are there for helping the farmers for the future. And for the next round, I will be giving about what are the impact AI can create in the farmer's field, and what are the constraints, and what future strategies we can have for the farmers. I will tell you in the next round. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Venkat. Before moving to the next panelist, I would like to ask a very a small question.
Yeah.
our extension services comprises mostly the public extension system so far. What is our readiness to embrace the AI in reaching out to the masses in the near future?
Yeah, actually already we started the government system like ICAR system, then Minister of Agriculture they already started for giving the agro advisories to the small and marginal farmers and other farmers also. Whereas the industry and the startups, they already started giving practices in terms of whatever I told, IoT, blockchain technology, traceability, all these things. We are ready and we have to go in further for a long way.
Yeah, it's well said. I'll also put the same kind of challenges to all the panelists to think over and then give your comments. First to embrace the AI in all our efforts, we need a big digital infrastructure, which we are lacking, we are thinking now. Second is, we need trained manpower in AI to use the AI technology. I think these are the further challenges what we get during this discussion. Now I move on to the agribusiness management, where we are providing solutions to the stakeholders, especially farmers, to increase the farm income by exploring various business opportunities. And I feel that AI can play a major role in giving prediction to the farmers, in minimizing the farm operational losses as well as maximize the farm benefits. Over to Dr. Tawasi, the head of Agribusiness Management. And I'll put a question to you to start with. How can AI improve agricultural markets, supply chains, and even the decision making in agriculture? Over to Dr. Tawasi.
Yeah, good morning everyone, and thank you Dr. Ganesh and also the convener of this panel discussion, Dr. Gopal, for this opportunity to give my inputs on how agribusiness is going to contribute for the overall agricultural development of the country and also in the capacity building aspects of agricultural development. You all know that we are all contributing. India is an agriculture-based economy, and we contribute more than 16% of GVA, gross value addition in agriculture. And also 46% or nearly 50% of our population is dependent on, the workforce is dependent on agriculture. And annually we are progressing at the rate of around more than 4% growth rate in agriculture. So with all these things happening, is by earlier we were thinking that agriculture is a way of life. Now it has completely transformed into, it is a business now, more than a way of life. So what are all the things which are all contributing for this transformation? And AI is one such technology, and that strengthens each layer. We know that there is a production cycle from crop production to taking to the end user. So in the process, the many players are there, and each layer has to be strengthened. And AI is playing a major role in strengthening each layer from production, value addition, processing, packaging, branding, export, whatnot. So if I want to say, AI has been contributing at different layers, like for example at farm level. We have many advisory services AI has been providing, we all know that. Like for example, we say that there are some models like cropping, Fussel, they are all giving advisory services and AI driven forecasting, like our SkyMet weather. They give the forecast on weather adversaries in the country. And now we are making AI is helping the farmers to face the challenge, not to afraid of the going away from these problems. So this is one way at the farm level it is helping. And if you see what are all the agribusiness operations, AI has been helping. So AI has been helping in many areas. First of all, it is like forecasting, price forecasting, market trends, so many things, and then strengthening of the supply chains. We all talk about the traceability of the product and logistics involved in the product, and also in the export scenario. In all these gamuts, the AI has been playing an important role. If you see one after another, the every the price movement is market intelligence is one very important aspect in marketing of an agricultural produce. So farmers should be empowered with proper price trends or movements. Then only he can make a decision where to make a market his produce. Nowadays, with big data analytics or business, the many companies or many AI tools are available to forecast the trends in giving you the proper direction, price movements, and it helps the farmer to take a decision where he can sell his produce to get a maximum price or income from that one. So if you see the supply chain, some of the companies or startups like Ninja Cart, they are using data and AI to optimize the supply chains and also to reduce the wastage, to connect the farmers directly with the retailers. And the digital platforms like ICAR-NAARM and also startups like DeHart are improving the price discovery and connecting the farmers directly to the buyers and reducing the inefficiencies in the supply chain. So coming to the export scenario, so in export nowadays, we are not only concerned about the volume of the exports. We all know that we have reached or we have crossed more than $50 billion exports in 24-25. Now, how it is progressing? Why it is there is a jump from compared to the previous 5 years? There is a big jump in the export scenario, in agricultural export scenario in the country. How it is happening? AI is one of the important tool where it is helping. Like it is helping in the maintaining the grades, quality, consistency, traceability, and standard compliance. These are all we are worried earlier. Our products get rejected when we send the product to exports. Why this is the quantum of rejections have been slowly declining every year. Why it is happening? Because our efficiencies in the traceability or in the quality standards has been improving and over the period, and that is possible only because of the AI tools we have been using. And there are many other areas AI has been used in agribusiness, even for farmers in the credit risk mitigation they are using it. And also there are one Agribusiness, there is one startup which is using the AI-based quality assessment tools for the farm gate warehouses, mandis, procurement centers, and also even if you see APEDA is using the digital database for minimizing the or identifying the maintaining the standards for the export quality produce. So that shows the importance of the AI tools in enhancing the agribusiness. And agribusiness in future, how it is going to happen, how it is going to contribute to the agricultural development. So we all know that there are so many tools are available, but these are all now working in silos. There is need for integration of these things, and we need to provide the farmers or stakeholders a single integrated approach for the improvement of the business or reaping the business potential, so that that will help in the contribution towards the agricultural development of the country. So that is why I will in the next round I will like to talk more on what is our digital literacy and how it is going to contribute to in the agribusiness and all the areas I would like to mention. Thank you very much, Dr. Ganesh.
Thank you, Dr. Tawa. I think we all know agriculture is a risky business in general. It is facing production risk, market risk, and price risk. I think with the advent of AI into this kind of risk mitigation, I think we will increase our the value of agricultural output through various business models. Thank you so much for your insights and the use of the potential use of AI in our the business decisions. I think one thing we all understand now, AI cannot be used without data. Data is very, very important for prediction, for any kind of the end result. Data is very, very important. We have an expert with us, Dr. Dandapani, heading the Information and Communication Management, and I am inviting him to offer his very crucial comments. Linking AI, I put a question like, how can AI-powered information systems improve the knowledge dissemination and communication in agriculture, and the power of data in making AI-based decisions in agriculture? Over to Dr. Dandapani.
Thank you, Dr. Ganesh, and thanks to our convener for providing this opportunity. See, we heard what AI can do. Everybody was saying AI can do this, that, and all these things. But we have to understand one crucial fact that AI is just a tool. At its core, it is only a tool which uses lots and lots of data. Without data, AI is nothing. Now, if you compare AI with AI applications or use of AI in areas or sectors like retail or e-commerce, they have incorporated AI into their daily operations and they are reaping the benefits. But where are we standing at agriculture, whether it is research or even in development, we are lagging behind. Now the question is, where is the bottom line? There has to be some kind of bottom line that hinders the kind of improvements we are seeing in retail or e-commerce in agriculture development. Now, if you look at the industries where AI is used, two things are very, very important. One is, what is the data availability and cost of data. What is the cost of acquiring a data? Now, retail or e-commerce industries, if you see, they are something what we call it as digitally born data, in the sense that data is a byproduct through their operations. They have their information system, they have their point of sales terminals, where the data is collected whenever they make a transaction. So every data is collected digitally, which means it is very cheap, it is easy to store, and also easy to analyze because it is a structured data. Whereas from where are we getting the data in agriculture? If you look at the development side, our data is owned, collected by government. Because of various administrative purposes, government collects but which crop is grown in which area, there is land use statistics or input available, input use. Every data, if you look at it at the production side, it is with the data. Now the data, government data, if you look at it, it is released in a phased manner. You can get the data, say what is how much area is under a particular crop during the season. At the national level you may have, at the state level you may have, but any business, whether it is a startup or even a business, they require data at a much granular level, maybe at a block level they require. Now these data are not available, at least you have to wait for 2 years. So everybody who talks about personalized services, how do they approach whether that particular farmer is growing rice, or is he growing some other crop, or is he growing multiple crops? How we will be able to identify? So now that risk, as you are rightly pointing out, all the companies, agribusiness companies face these things. Now how do you mitigate it? Either you will have to operate at some kind of inefficiency, or you have to pass on that risk, you have to pass on to the consumer. Either it is input industry, means it is a farmer, or if it is an output industry, then it is for the customers. So that is the biggest challenge we have to face. Now if you look at the research side, this is at the development side. If you look at the research side, our basic problem is, our basic source of data is through experiment. Whatever is second hand, except maybe in very advanced genomic area where data is collected. But all other places it is only a scientist who plans an experiment. The scientist collects the data for their own purpose and they use their own standard and it is with them. Right? Now you can't harness this data, you can't use them because it is with the individuals. Now this also put, once your data is in silos, how you will be able to use it AI to analyze this. Now these are the two major challenges. So with the research we are not able to collect the data at a cheaper cost or at a vast quantity, and in developmental side also, because the government owns most of the data and it is not available or there is kind of lag in there. But things are changing. It is not that nobody knows about this, that nobody is acting upon. Now for the first one, for the administrative data, the government of India has launched a very big, very, very ambitious scheme called AgriStack. I think most of you have heard about AgriStack. It is like a UPI what UPI has done for finance sector, this AgriStack is going to revolutionize the farm sector. Basically, AgriStack involves digitizing all the records, linking the farmers, and ensuring that all the subsidies or all the government schemes can be monitored at a single time. Of course, government is going to use it for their, to enhance the performance of different kinds of schemes, but these data will be also made available for different kinds of schemes. Now, this AgriStack is going to revolutionize, this is going to, whatever we are talking about, personalized services. AgriStack is going to provide a cheap quality data to all those who require that. Now, with respect to research, I think all of you have yesterday heard about our DGs was talking about ICAR data management policy. Now, ICAR data management policy is there for some time because we have also realized that research data is a very, very important aspect. And to safeguard this research data, you need to develop standards, you need to have a repository. A new data, revised data policy suggests that we should enforce that standard. It should be collected either at a locally as well as a decentralized level so that we can harness the data. Now, Dr. Vendra Kumar was talking about extension services and Bharat Vistar. Now again, if you look at the knowledge level, we are talking about data, but most of our information is available in the form of scientific reports, maybe a technical bulletin or research papers. Now these are meant for the scientists. It is written by scientists and also meant for scientists. Now it cannot be easily converted into a usable, actionable point for a farmer. And we have huge amount of it. All our institutional infrastructure is generating so much knowledge, but how it will be effectively transformed. In that case, we have these generative AI tools like large language models like ChatGPT or Gemini can synthesize this information. Now, besides that, you can also develop like AI agents which are trained on a particular team. Say you can train one AI agent for, say, rice cultivation, or AI agent which can be used for a particular cropping systems. So once you have that kind of AI agents which are there, which can synthesize all our knowledge base, whatever knowledge base we have generated, it can be effectively transformed into actionable insights which can be readily used by farmers or any kind of stakeholders. So in the end, if you see that so far because of the bottlenecks, we are not able to harness the full potential of AI. But things are changing. We are just skipping the bottom in the initial stages. But I think in the times to come, you can see that when these bottlenecks are removed, you will see the plethora of AI tools which will be transforming the AI.
Thank you so much. We understand, I think that is the very purpose of this Samuhik Charcha also. Now our literacy is very low on AI and it is going to be the future. And we need to do our work in a very, very faster manner, in a very relevant manner. I think AI is going to play a very, very major role, and being a capacity building organ of our system, the NAARM has a major role to increase the capacity building of our the scientific community or the extension workers. Apart from that, the AI also can be used in various dimensions of the human resource management, I would say. Starting from the recruitment and selection, for screening the application, having a set of skill sets decided by the recruiting agency, our recruitment board. On the other side, the workers who are willing to join the organization, AI can be used. And we are all talking about the improving the capacity building of the people through learning and development. Also, many applications of AI can be used. First of all, as you rightly said, we are currently conducting training program on generative AI in agriculture. We have a short need-based module in our capacity building calendar, and also I think education systems management colleagues are offering digital education through massive open learning courses, MOOC courses they are offering. I think things are very brighter in front of us. We are going to use more and more of AI in our application. Thank you so much for your the very critical information. I would go for a very quick second round. I will give you 1 minute to all the people. If you have missed any points and if you want to emphasize, I will give you 1 minute only to all the experts to make a decisive point. Let me start once again with the Research System Management Division Head. 1 minute.
So thank you, Dr. Ganesh. Actually, overall the things have been covered, and of course I like to add to the point Dr. Sumant told, right? Proctored examination. He was telling that yes, if you change the direction of your face, then itself it will monitor whether you are attempting cheating or copying and all. But during lockdown period, we have seen that, right? Online teaching and all, where online exams also were conducted, or even we have seen that also in certain areas there is poor connectivity, maybe electricity itself may not be there, or there would have rained, so many things are there. So those equity problems are there, right? Accessibility, equity, those things are also, we cannot extend this thing. So those things, inclusivity, those things and all has to be considered, right? But at the same time, as in the beginning I told that how to compare our work with the AI generated work, which one is more efficient. So it is something like it reduces our sort of capability itself, right? The inborn talent also may get suppressed, right? We will start, it is something like you start, instead of seeing the logarithm table, you started using scientific calculator, right? So it computers, right? Even for a small calculation also we depend upon tools, gadgets, right? So those things.
Okay, well said. I take a point. AI should not curtail our innovation capacity. Well said. Well said. So moving to extension. Dr. Venkat, anything quick points to that?
As I told, actually, I will be giving what is the impact of AI and what are the constraints are there and what challenges we can overcome in the future. AI proven technologies, AI technologies say that 15 to 20% yield increase in the farmer's field, and we can save the water use efficiency from 30 to 50%, and we can save the cost of extension if you apply the AI technologies. But the thing is, the constraints whatever we are going to face is, as told by Dr. Dandapani, data set. We need to have a lot of data set. I mentioned about the TMAU rice blast AI system actually. For that they have generated 50,000 images. So like that we need to have a lot of data sets. For that we are not having the uniform farm sizes.
Sure.
Each and every farm in our country is a system, separate system. So we cannot have a uniform data set.
Right.
That is our problem. And the last mile connectivity and digital infrastructure in the rural areas is one of the constraints. So for that, how we have to proceed is actually we have to have pilot projects to generate the data sets. That is one suggestion. The second one is we have to bring in corporate social responsibility funds for AI based projects. The third one is actually we have to go for a national level AI policy, which should be regionally differentiated. Every state is having their own infrastructure, digital infrastructure. So accordingly, we have to have a regionally differentiated AI policy for the national level.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think as a think tank of our system, we should come out the policies for AI integration into our operations. Very well said. I will move on now to education. Sumant, anything to add?
Actually, I missed one point previously. Like AI systems are helpful for the students as well. By creating personalized learning paths to each and every individual student who registered with the system. Let us assume a scenario where we have developed a course and often targeted for groundnut. For example, if a BSc student is wanted to take that course, you can directly give the course access of the course to the student. If a person from BTech background, he wanted to take a course because he is growing groundnut in his farm. So we can suggest a learning path for him, introduction to agriculture one course, then second course, introduction to plant pathology, then come to the agriculture management groundnut. If the registrant is a farmer who doesn't know English, we can provide much more basic courses in local language kind of thing. Such kind of building clear-cut learning path for each and every individual is very, very useful, and which helps in the learning process to move on very effectively. Similarly, to add one point to Dr. Venkat, where he was mentioning about personalizing advisory systems to the farmer. Once we have three aspects from the farmer, like what is the crop, that is growing. What is the variety? Because variety based on the variety crop duration varies, and the date of sowing. If we have these three parameters based on the geolocation, we can roll out certain standard advisories which can be rolled out 30 days after sowing, 60 days. Such kind of personalized systems can be built using AI tools very easily in an automated manner nowadays. Thank you.
Okay, personalized learning experiences is possible with the use of AI. I take this point. Over to Dr. Tava to add any missing point.
Yeah, I was telling that a lot of scope or potential is there for AI in agribusiness story. And also at the same time, we have so many challenges also to overcome. And one positive signal, like earlier speakers have told that a lot of small and marginal holdings, fragmented holdings, and personalized data is a challenge and all those things. But one positive signal we are getting in the latest statistics is that Indian population has digital reach, like there are 100 crores of broadband users in the country in the December 2025, and also our youth, more than 93% of youth have the internet usage or mobile usage. So that makes our challenge a little bit easier, lessen our burden, because this information we can pass on unless the digital literacy is there. So what I want to say is that agribusiness is a bridge between agriculture and development, and AI is a tool is another bridge to make it as a smarter, faster, and transformative in nature.
Okay.
So agribusiness will be more inclusive when you use more reap the potential of the AI tools like this. Thank you.
Okay, I take your point. I understand that literacy, digital literacy, even is very suited to the future AI literacy also. But the challenge everybody is posing, the infrastructure. I go back to our information communication specialist. What is our infrastructure status? Any quick point, then we just move to the next.
Infrastructure wise, government is also developing, private industry is also developing, a lot of GPU based systems are coming up. But what we lack is two things. One is the labeled data, what is required. Labeled data means that we have something called target, and then say a photograph of a disease symptom is there. So if a photo is there, along with that what is the disease is there, if that kind of system is there, then it becomes easier to develop a predictive model. But that kind of label data we have, but we have a very small number. So unless and until we have a way to increase this label data. You see, the challenge is, the same kind of challenge was faced by all IT industries. Even Google Maps also, if you see, initially they did not have any of the information. But what they used to do is that, okay, whoever is going, they will try to give, say for example, they can drive away their vehicle all around the public roads. But in private roads also, they cannot drive their vehicle. So what they used to do is that they will give a student or whoever is there, they'll give a small token, okay, $10, $5, a data plan. You just keep this app on and then you just walk on. So that will create a labeled data for them. Even though they are not, a simple token of money is used to generate a huge amount of it. And then giving a free service, and then we are all feeding the system for, say, what is the where, how fast we are moving, then it is able to give advisory to the organizers. So the next point, one more point is that how AI can use is that, if I was telling about synthesis. I was remembering about my old institute in NCIPM, where we used to have IPM money. So, for example, for mustard, the first, this one is the major quest is mustard ad. What is the strategy? Strategy is, the first strategy will always be sow early. Now that sow early, if you sow early, then you will escape the aphid. So that is a proven fact. But that knowledge is not useful for a person or a farmer who is facing already aphid. But that information is useful when he is going for planning, okay, I want to grow mustard. Then this particular fact, if it is available to them, then they will be able to utilize it. Contextualizing,
Yes.
AI can use is okay. Now it is, as you was also saying, 15 days of sowing or 20 days of sowing. What action they have to take? Our general approach will not work, but AI-based will.
So data should not be like only data, it should be personalized, you should have information over the data, then only it becomes useful, that's our point.
I just wanted to add one point regarding
Quick.
the infrastructure, IT infrastructure. If you can see, our stakeholders majorly are students and farmers, right? If you take students in all agriculture universities, every year 1 lakh students are coming out. That means if you take average 4 years, 4 lakh students plus 30,000 faculty are there. For these, IT infrastructure is well available because NK is providing 1 Gbps data. We can get labeled data very easily from them if you want. If you take farmers, there is an estimate that 8 crores of farmers does have smartphone, out of 40 crores of landowners of India. That's one thing. And if you see 600 lakh villages are there, out of which 2.5 lakh are revenue villages. Most of 90% of them are connected with a network called Bharat broadband, which is again 1 Gbps connectivity. So farmer does have smart device and with the free internet access. So obviously we will be able to get the label data.
Okay. So I understand that we have a bit of digital literacy and also digital infrastructure at the terminal level. It is for us to customize the information and give the proper advice to the farming community. Thank you so much for all the panelists for giving your expert opinion. I think we would respect our esteemed audience also, our scientific colleagues. They are all very curiously listening, very deeply into our discussion. I would now throw the floor open for questions from the audience, our respected scientists. We invite questions from the participants. I think once again I would like to request, as per the some order, I would like to ask a question for our Head Research System Management Division. Question from RSM Division.
So in the first round of panel, Head RSM was telling about the AI-based predictions. My question is, what are the available AI-based prediction models, especially for the crop yield prediction? Let us say pest detection or disease detection, and how much the accuracy such model exists?
Thank you. It's a very good question, and in order to answer this question, first, just AI models. We started with models, means statistical models, regression models, and all, right? So after that, these machine learning models came into being, right? So you would have heard about terms like neural networks, fuzzy logic based models, or genetic algorithm, usually optimization tools based on, right? So those things. Then we moved to deep learning. So as against machine learning, deep learning, it required more of accuracy. That is the second question you have asked. And deep learning, some models are CNN, they call convolutional neural network, recurrent neural network. Right? Those things are there. DOM, short-term memory, all those things. Right? So in between other models, like logistic regression is the usual conventional model. In the industry, MNCs and all, they call it as a business model. They don't tell logistic regression, but that also they come under the purview of these usual machine learning models and all, right? And again, there are different models like our Dr. Dandamani told, label the data. So that is also through supervised learning. So if we do not know what is what, we cannot assign any label to any image. So accordingly, we go for unsupervised and all. So these are the different models available, right? And as regards to accuracy, so regression model, so we used to have, okay, R square is 80%, then it's a good model. So now when it comes to machine learning, say neural network model, the accuracy 90%, 92%, we tell that okay, it is a good accurate model. But of late, accuracy means we aim to the tune of 99.99%. So that means there is just 0.01% of error involved, right? You just see the height of accuracy which is needed, right? In order to quote an example, not from agriculture, usual thing that Digi Yatra and all, so we go, right? So it should be 99.99% accurate. So 1 in 10,000 persons, if they are not able to pass through the gate, then it is okay. 1 in 100 if it is, that means there is a problem with that gate, right? Digi Yatra. Those things are there. So accordingly, accuracy levels now they are expecting more and more.
Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
okay, thank you.
There is a bias, and the teachers have to evaluate a number of papers in a short time, and there has to be uniformity in that. Now, my question to you, sir, is whether AI can assist the teachers in helping to evaluate the students, especially in the examinations.
If you take evaluation of the students, usually teachers give assignments where students are submitting in a Word document. Students are also becoming smart. They are getting output from ChatGPT, or sometimes output of ChatGPT they will give as input of Google Gemini and get output again submitting. So generally I ask students to prepare a video presentation, talk about a concept and capture it and upload it to YouTube. Give me YouTube link. If I have 50 students, 50 YouTube links come to me. So it's merely impossible for a faculty to go through, spend 50 hours on that one. So we can upload such kind of videos to YouTube, where SWOT analysis of that entire video text will have come. Summative information in a paragraph of entire video will come, which is very beneficial for the faculty to evaluating the students. Normal computer-based testings where quizzes, MCQs can be done, evaluation can be done automatically. But we are using a tool called Quilgo here at the college lab, MOOC courses where student screen also can be captured and student also can be captured. So any mischief can be red flagged very easily. And also we are trying to come up with a descriptive paper evaluation also. So using a tool called GradeScope, where it classifies all the papers, the descriptive papers into different classes. We evaluate one paper, we can evaluate one paper out of a class and give the same marks to entire class of papers. Basically, they are evolving and we will see how we can use. It's all basically in AI in agriculture, basically a scenario-based approach. In one case, it can automate 10%, in another case, 60%. Ultimately, natural intelligence has to decide whether whatever the output given by AI can be acceptable or not, can be used or not. So, in a nutshell, natural intelligence is a priority with respect to artificial intelligence.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay. Any question from this side?
Sir, thank you all the panelists for a wonderful panel discussion. Many of you have raised this issue of diversity among the farming community, their different choices and many other things. But my question is, to what extent it is feasible to make the information or personalize the advisory services to the farmers, and ideally with AI tools, how long it will take? This question is to recognize.
Yeah, actually, how long means how long we create the data sets. It will take that much time actually. I already told AI is not a tool which gives automatically the advice. It analyzes the earlier experiences and it gives the advices for the future questions, queries of the farmers actually. So we need to create data sets. It takes a lot of investment actually. Government is coming and ICAR is coming in a big way to give agro advisory and farm level advisory for the farmers in terms of practices as well as knowledge actually. But still it is very highly investment taking this one activity actually. So there is a need for public-private partnership. We need to involve a lot of corporate social responsibility services from the private companies, and there is a need for public-private partnership in this generating the data. So how much data we generate, that much we can give the advisory to the farmers in terms of knowledge, in terms of practices. So how much time we take for creating the data, that much time it will take to reach all the farmers. That is my answer.
Okay. Very, strategic answer I would feel. I think we are fast moving, catching up with the time, but it takes its own time. So thank you so much. Any question to the Agribusiness Management head? Yeah.
First of all, I would like to thank all the members here for having very informative talk on AI. I have a question to ask Dr. Tavashinivas. Sir, you have highlighted various applications of AI in agribusiness management. My specific question is how it can be used in improving crop insurance programs.
Yeah, thank you for the important question on the crop insurance and how AI can be used to overcome this problem. In crop insurance, the major challenge is delay in the assessment process or assessing crop loss assessment or damage, whatever is happening. What are all the models available, AI tools available, and how fast the model can assess the damage and to what accuracy level it is giving. And nowadays, whatever the insurance schemes are there, they are all using crop cutting experiments and all those things. But here, some of the cases, their personalized crop loss or damage loss assessment, they need some tools which require very fast data and accuracy levels also. And in this also, both public and private organizations are working, like Prime Minister Fasal Bima Yojana is one which is using the latest developments in using the AI tools for assessing the crop losses, and also some private companies like the Kshema General Insurance, and also another one is Samunnati. They are all using the latest AI tools, and there is some more AI tools like IFRI based, there is one model called picture based assessment. So they take pictures from since the crop initiation stage and till the damage has happened. Whether the damage is due to the man-made, due to the natural issues, or actually there is a weather-based assessments, and they will see compare the picture-based assessment before and after. So based on these picture-based models developed by IFRI is also one of the latest tools used in the insurance claiming process and reducing the delay in settling the claim. And this is an upcoming field in the insurance sector.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. I think a question to Information Communication Manager. Any questions?
Good afternoon, everyone. Sir, as rightly mentioned by you, data is very important and these data-driven solutions are equally important. So my question is that how can 5G or any other communication mode be useful for providing AI-based solutions in agriculture?
Thank you. See, communication and communication modes are again important. I think many people mentioned about these sensors and IoT. Now, installing a sensor in a controlled environment like a house or a factory is very easy and easy to maintain because already the network is there, so the data can flow in either to a local server or a cloud server. The data can be analyzed and the advisory or decision can be made. But if you look at the farm or farming systems, now you can't have a sensors which are all, you have to install several sensors. And these sensors, they are going to collect the data. But how are you going to send the data to a processing machine? The one approach is you can send, the sensors can send the data automatically, but that will increase the cost. The other one is that, okay, you go manually and download the data and then you process it. That means there is a kind of time lag in it, so it is not going to be a real time. Now here where people are working on using a 5G, because 5G can be used as a local network. So it is like we are using a 5G which is a public network. Everybody uses it. But whereas you can establish your own 5G network. So say for example in a village you have maybe hundreds of sensors are there. So you can establish a network using a 5G network. And these network can collect the data and the cost is going to drastically reduce. So in that way the communication 5G or any other mode can be used for this.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Any more question? One last question. Okay.
I would like to ask a question on Dr. Ganesh Kumar, Head HR Division. Sir, you have mentioned that AI can be used in recruitment. So my question is how AI can be used to match the skill set of the scientists who are applying for the job and that of the organization. The organization will require some specific set of skills. So how it can be matched at the time of recruitment?
Okay, so far it is all human elements playing a role in the recruitment and selection. AI can be used to reduce the burden on the initial screening process, selection process. Organizations used to have a set of criteria, maybe skill set or knowledge set, On the other side, candidates will be having their own skill set. The AI can be used in initial screening to reduce the human bias to be put up for the next level of selection process. I think the time will come, AI also can be used in the initial screening process. In that way, we can select, the unbiased candidates ready for the interview process. This is my thinking at this moment. So thank you so much to all. Today's discussion, clearly highlighted that the AI is not just a technological innovation, but also a strategic tool. That's what everybody was telling. It's a strategic tool for agricultural development or even our capacity building. On behalf of everyone present here, I thank all the distinguished panelists and also the scientists who are witnessing this discussion and for sharing their valuable thoughts. I now request our convener, Dr. Gopal Lal, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks and formally conclude the session, sir, by giving your salient points and observation. Floor is to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. And good afternoon to all. Today's panel discussion highlighted the growing importance of AI in agricultural development and capacity building. Before I would highlight the points emerged from this discussion, I would like to add one or two important things as far as challenges are concerned in AI adoption. Certain 2-3 big challenges are there. For example, initial cost. In a farmer's perspective or maybe student's perspective or common man perspective, if you are talking about the drone, robots, etc., initial cost is little bit high, and we have to address these issues in coming time. Data quality or standardization. Agricultural data is often fragmented, unavailable, limiting AI precision. This is one of the challenges I perceive there. Then some skill gaps, digital skill gaps are also there. We have to address the challenges. Then ethical concerns. India is a country belongs in ethics more. Data privacy regarding farm data and potential job displacement due to automation and the related things. Some concerns are there. But yes, discussion went nicely, and some points emerged out through this today's Charcha, Samuhik Charcha. I will highlight. It was emphasized that AI can support better decision making, improve productivity and strengthen agricultural research through data analysis and advanced technologies. For example, gene editing, biotechnological tools, AI can play a very important role. There is a need to integrate AI into agricultural education and training to prepare future professionals with required digital skills. Future professionals and digital skills, these are very much interconnected, and if one is very skilled person, he can play a very good role in the future coming time. AI-based advisory services are again very important, it is highlighted, and digital platforms can enhance extension system and improve communication with the farmers. This is very important outcome. AI play a significant role in agribusiness. Dr. Tawa has highlighted market intelligence, information management system. However, the successful adoption of AI will depend on strong capacity building, very much required, institutional support, government support, policy support, and then digital infrastructure. We have to go a long way as far as digital infrastructure is concerned. Future of AI, we all know that now this is era of digital agriculture. We are talking about agriculture domain. Lot of scope and the interventions of AI will be required. I will flag out some one or two things. The future involves increased adoption of automation machinery, enhanced predictive analytics, and more personalized AI-driven advisory services like chatbots to support farmers in making informed decisions. Government initiatives such as AI Center of Excellence are focusing on bridging the digital divide to make these technologies accessible, especially to small farmers. Highlighted by our extension expert. Bharat Vistar have launched by Government of India recently, taking care of a lot of the farmers, having all type of tuitions and answers. We all know that AI cannot replace human beings. It is a myth told by many people, but it helps enhance the efficiency, efficacy, accuracy in many aspects discussed today as far as agriculture development and building is concerned. In this Samuhik Charcha, AI can enhance every aspect if we use in a efficient or positive manner. Lot of scope is there, starting from weather forecasting, the soil health management, water quality management, automations in field preparations, biotechnological tools, and other related biotechnological engineering tools, etc. Starting from sowing of the seed, how we can monitor the fertigation, sensor-based applications, weed management, disease management, pollination management even can be controlled or managed by AI, harvesting, pre-harvest operations, post-harvest operations, grading, sorting. Somebody has highlighted this issue also. We can sort through the machines, we can grade the produce through the machine on the basis of color, size, broken or the whole, something like that. Supply chain management, blockchain management, logistic management, marketing and pricing. This is again very important as far as information is concerned. AI can play a very good role it is playing, but a lot of scope is there. Information and communication, entrepreneurship development among the students particularly. These all the things through digital agriculture or AI which lead to smart agriculture. We can say agriculture should be very smart with the help of these high-tech tools. And in the scenario of Viksit Bharat 2047, we have to use, we should use for benefit of the common man, our farming community. Digital agriculture and AI certainly will play a pivotal role for developed Bharat. Thank you very much for having this good discussion today. I would like to thank our moderator, Dr. Ganesh Kumar, and our panelists, or the heads, our scientists sitting over here. They asked very pertinent questions with all the panelists. Thank you very much. Now over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your the very elaborate summary of whatever has been discussed for the past 1 hour or so. As we come to the end of this very insightful panel discussion, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all the distinguished panelists for sharing their valuable perspectives on the role of AI in agricultural development and capacity building. Your experiences and insights have helped us understand the opportunities, challenges, and future directions for integrating AI into agricultural systems. I would like to also thank our convener, Dr. Gopal Lal, for skillfully leading the discussion and summarizing the key points. My sincere thanks also go to all the scientists and the participants for their active involvement and thoughtful questions which ended the session. With this, I formally conclude the session. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
Thank you.